Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to TRG Central. This is episode 25 of the 2025 Road to the Triple Crown series. This week we'll have four allowance races scheduled, then the TRG Christmas Spectacular and the Malibu Stakes. Let's take a look at the top 20 uh, male 3-year-olds in the in victory points. And we will have a stakes race in the Malibu Stakes. It's a grade one race. So I think a couple of the top 20 and maybe a little further down will be entered in that race. So the this listing could change. Let's take a quick look into females and get right into the action. Now, there won't be any female action until next week when we run our TRG BC races for the 3-year-olds. We'll have two heat races for the fillies, and we'll have two heat races for the colts, and then we'll have a final of each, and that'll wrap up our 2025 road to the Triple Crown. And it's been one heck of a season. We've run many races and seen quite a few horses participate in our series. So anyway, here's the leaders for the fillies. The Cara is definitely hands-on favorite, and this will be the final top 20, and uh, we'll use this top 20 to fill out the fillies two heat races. Not sure exactly. We'll probably just run 10 horses at both since we do have a top 20. And then maybe the final, we'll probably run 10 horses. Why not? And then that'll be a chance to really move this move horses up and down or shake up the top 20 list for both the males and females. So let's go ahead and get into the action and head over to the schedules. We're on week 52, and you see I've already filled in the the fields for all the allowance races. We still need to add the field for the Christmas Spectacular, and then we'll run the final Malibu Stakes. Christmas Spectacular is a pretty interesting one. It could possibly shake up the standing too with a purse of $1 million as far as the money standing is concerned. You see, there's no victory points being awarded, mainly because it's a race that we created. It's not a real life stakes race on the road to the Triple Crown schedule. So let's go ahead and view these fields. There's the first race for the fillies, first race for the males, and this is actually 3-year-olds, but we hardly ever get any fillies in since we're running a fillies allowance race anyway. Okay, there's the 4 allowance race field. As you see, we're running a couple of the races in our newer racetrack. We have Finger Lakes is gonna host the fillies, and Pleasanton is gonna host the male. And we also have 2 allowance races in Santa Anita Park. These 2 allowance races are set up with horses and fillies that have not run as many races in our 2025 Road to the Triple Crown schedule as they did in real life. The two races at Finger Lakes and Pleasanton are using horses that have not won or have not been in the money all season long. For Christmas Spectacular, it's a grade one race, so the only horses that are going to be allowed to enter that are horses that won a grade one or grade two race. So we'll skip that for now, but we will generate the horses in a few minutes. Let's go to view the field of the Malibu Stakes. You'll probably recognize a couple of these horses here that may or may not get into the top 20 after this race. But anyway, there's the field for the Malibu Stakes. It's $300,000 rate one, and you can see the winner picks up 100 Kentucky Derby victory points. May push it into the top 20 and knock a horse out. All right, so let's go ahead and set up our Christmas Spectacular. So here's now what we're going to do is we're going to go 3-year-olds. We're going to do male only. And I've added a couple new criteria for the conditions. This one here is a horse won a grade race or a grade 2 race to enter the race, and then we've also added one for the lesser horses that have won a grade 3 race, and these could be used like to populate grade 3 and grade 2 races. So let's go ahead and select this and refresh the list and see what we get. And this is just a little pop-up I use to do my monitoring when I'm testing. Okay, as you can see, there's a few horses here. A lot of them have multiple cards throughout the year, which means quite a few of these have uh, run in various races throughout the year. So let's go ahead and select the field. The field will be 9. We'll have one more than the allowance races have. And here we go. Now, the one other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull their newest cards. So let's see, who's our pull 9 card? T-Craft. That's the newest one. Test score has a 9 card. We'll put that in. Final Gamut. The 9 card. Charlemont 7, that's right. Speed King. That's right. That's his only card. T-Craft is out because it's already in the race. Gaming 8. And Sovereignty 8. Now we need another horse. Let's see. Let's do Chunky Gold. Now we gotta make sure that don't have any duplicates that we do here. Looks like Gaming is not gonna have Juan Hernandez on. So Gaming takes each card. And John isn't. It's not so John. Alquez will riding gaming. So looks like we're in the handicap race, so we just leave the average weights alone for the horses. We're not trying to set up a nice handicap race. So let's save the field. Save. So go over here and we don't need to edit it. We'll just lock it. And we'll take a quick look at the field. You see this is what we have. I don't see any reason to change the starting gate. It was already randomly selected when we selected the horses. So I think we're good. So with that said, I think we're ready to run week 52's race car. We'll start with the first allowance race for the fillies over at Santa Anita Park. First 170,000. We'll view the past performances, and the race should be pretty good. And you see, let's see if we have anybody that did anything very well. Yeah, go on, quick. At 200,000, that's the most. There's another 200,000 with Legal Express. So anyway, these are the horses. They all run at least one race. Very quick. Cleo quick. Four. Any speed numbers that are astounding? Yeah. Evershield, the 106, raced down in the Jockey Club. So that's that. Let's go ahead and head over to Santa Anita, get this first race underway. And this is just pop-ups for my testing. Go through the fields with their jockeys. Okay, let's head over to the Stewart Tower and get this race started. Everything looks good, and they're off 3,000 to gate first at Legal Empress. It did not hold the lead very well coming out of the gate. But we do have 1 and 5, and 6 are all neck and neck. Sweet Serpentine, Sweet Treasure, and Clicko. We're in the back straight here. We still have a pretty good race with at least 3 horses all up together. And we have the second group is all clumped together too. We're heading into the home stretch and a sweet stirrupine. But oh wow, we're gonna have a photo finish here with 1 and 6. Let's see who wins. Sweet stirrupine wins. Picks up $100,000 at the Wild Spray Liquor was second, a nut away. Third is Sweet Treasure. Unmerited favors fourth. Okay, that's it for the fillies. Let's go back to the schedule and pick up the males. Colts race here at Santa Anita for its 180,000 for the allowance race. Take a look at the field. The odds here at the betting arena. And whoa, this is not good. Looks like this is gonna be a cold battle win here. Put all your money on cold battle. Take a look at past performances. Cold battle's won $3 million. Maybe you should not have been in this allowance race, but what I see here is in a This is it's not. Huh. Yeah, I don't know how Cold Battle snuck in the race. But was that the one that we switched out? No, it was ranked. Oh well. Looks like we're gonna have a interesting wire to wire here. Hey, it's 10 furlong race, so maybe it'll get tired. A Cold Ballot odds on favorite. There isn't really any other one. This will probably be a good battle for second. Well, let's switch to spectator mode, take a look at the Suet Tower, everything's a go, and one's out of the gate first, normal compressor. So we'll watch Cold Battle. Cold Battle is 4. You see Cold Battle is taking the lead here on the second game turn. And my guess is Cold Battle will take this race, although 2, it just caught him up, and 1 has passed him. So maybe we're going to have a little better race than anticipated. Well, 2's passed him again. That's Baker Hayfield. But in last long, we're in the back turn, and then full battle with the lead. Going in home stretch, and we do have a 3-horse race there. Let's see. Oh, and Fort does squeak out a win, as it was a much closer race than anticipated. 1 furlong, 2 furlong, 2 furlongs behind. Oh, and Noble Professor got disqualified. Okay, that's it from Santa Anita for the male. Full Battle picks up 108. That probably a tune-up for his race in the TRG BC 3-year-olds for males. Let's head over now to Finger Lakes for the allowance race over there. Allowance race 3. There we go. Here's a race that'll be tough to wager on. Take a look at their past performances. Wow, none of these horses, these should be fillies, have come into money yet. And in fact, a couple haven't even won any money yet. Could be an interesting race. Might be a slow race, although Lemon Zest had a good time. They just only finished 4th. So let's head over to Finger Lakes for this allowance race. Go through the horses and jockeys in their starting gates. Head over to Suet Tower. Everything looks good. And they're off, and 5's out of the gate first. Down to me and Molly McGee. After the first game turn, they're all pretty close. And as you see, because of their odds, they're all pretty close. Nobody's slacking. Guess the question is, can our leaders to the tire out? They'll have a 5 and 8, and me and Molly McGee and Lemon Quest. Going into the home stretch, it looks like me and Molly McGee is going to win this one. And that was a good second place you saw there, the 8. I know, lots, any type of speed and drop behind both 1 and 6. There you have it, me and Molly making first. Second is Golden Gamble. We fly third, and Lemon Zest that was in the money ended up not in the money and they faltered on the home stretch. Okay, so let's go ahead and head over to Pleasanton Fairground for Allowance Race 4. And this is for the 3-year-old colts. $200,000 purse. And Hill Road is the favorite. And looks like Hill Road might have a chance to go wire to wire. Take a look at these past performances. Anything fixed up. Wow, that's interesting. Hill Road's run 5 races, hasn't been in the money, and yet he's the favorite. Won 50,000. No, Monkey Boy won 60. Picked that up at the Florida Derby, coming in 4th. Okay, let's go ahead and head back over to Pleasanton Park Fairground and run the race. Well, this is the fairground. You see, we have a little picture of some fairground stuff around the track. Okay, let's take a look at the horses and their jockeys in the starting gate. And there's a 10-furlong race. And over to Seward Tower, everything's a go, and they're off, and 7th out of the gate first. I keep it easy. And he has a really nice lead here coming out of the gate into the first turn, and they're spread out quite radically already. 3 and notching up a little, that Poster, and 1 also, that's Arligetta. And we do have a pretty good race, and 7 is just lost the lead, and wow. 2 came out of nowhere. They're going into the straight. Who's that? Oh, that's Hill Road, trying to get in the money for the first time. He goes way outside. Let's see who's this horse. 8. Smoky Boy. It's right there. I guess we just run them until we get here. That's a classic 2. There you go outside. And still not getting get into the money row. Right there. Finish up with the rest of the horses. Whoa, 1 passes 3. And Armageddon is gonna get the win. And they get a Hill Road second. He finally gets in the money and his 6th race, I think that was. And there you have it. Look at that. If you would have been they get $81 win the race. And that's going to be it from Pleasanton Fairgrounds. Let's go back over to Santa Anita Park for the Christmas Spectacular and the Malibu Stakes. So let's do Christmas Spectacular. There's your field, 9-horse field. Looks like Sovereign Teddy is the favorite. Now, he did really well in real life, but has not done much in ours. Let's check him out. He did win $1 million, but still, he hasn't performed as well as everybody thought. There's a chunk of gold with over $1 million in the race. Final Gamut, over $1 million. Booster and Test Score. A lot of these horses are probably going to be showing up in the in the TRG BC for 3-year-old males. Well, it gave me 111. Final Gamut 111. All of them have have very good speed ratings. Answer every race. And Test Score didn't do so well in the Saratoga Derby. But anyway, that's your past performances. Let's head over to the track. Cruiser and 1, Sovereignty and 9 are the favorites. We do have T-Craft and the Gaming and the Garmon outside chances. Here we go. This is a 1.5-mile race. Interesting starting there. Let's go through the field, and they line up in the starting gate. Well, and over to its tower, looks like everything's a go, and they're off. 6 is out of the gate first, but the lead didn't last very long. In fact, he had the lead at all. Interesting here, we go through the first set of turns. There'll actually be 3 turns in the race. 2 has to lead at T-Crowd. Don't think that'll last very long, but you never know. There we go through our second turn, and goes there in first. Where is Sovereignty at? And 2, 4, about 6. Not doing very well. See if Sovereignty can get something going here before they get to the home straight. We're in the back. Sovereignty now moved up to 5th. Looks like it's now 4th. But there's no way it's going to catch Cruisers having an excellent race out of starting gate 1 if he passes. See, Sovereignty may have come in second. Distant second, though. Now, they're giving it the test score for second, Sovereignty third, Luziger the win, Final Gamut fourth. $600,000 there for Rooster in the Christmas Spectacular. So we'll do our final real-life stakes race of the season. That's the Malibu Stakes. This one here, we have 100 Kentucky Derby victory points on the line. Let's head over to betting window. Let's see what we have here. 10 horses. Could be a pretty good race. Mackay Road is the favorite, and then we have Barn, a close favorite. Here in the morning line, we have only Coin Utopia being the horse that has the worst odds. Now let's take a look at their past performances. Oh, Mona Benson's first race, BD Wilson first race, 2. Midland Money's only run 1. Most everybody else run 2 or more. let's see, Vatican Road, nearly 500,000, or 300,000 for smooth cruising. Berlin Walls run 3 allowance races for Zilch. I think he was scratching one of the races this year. Okay, so let's go ahead and head over to Santa Anita for the Malibu. Malibu Stakes race. This is a quick 7 furlong race. Here's our starting gate. Horses and jockeys. Okay, horse 3, Medicate Road, and Woodhill Barn horse 9 are the ones to watch. Everything's okay out of the Seward Tower. They're off 8 out of the gate first at Tornotopia. Okay, there's just one turn in this race, and whoa, who's that? Tornotopia's gotten out to a big lead. Wonder how long that's gonna hold up for. 4 is Speedy Wilson. We don't even have Connecticut Road anywhere. He's in the pack. Looks like Cornutopia's gonna have an upset special here. Unless something happened, and it did. 2 past them. That's Pendar. And everybody else is caught up, but not enough. It looks like Pendar and Cornutopia. Pendar with the win. Nice chunk there. Picked up 180,003 victory points. I don't know if that'll push him up, but 100 victory points may make it close. As Medical Road didn't win. Any Barnes did not finish. He had an issue somewhere along the line. Let's see. There it is. He cuts his leg and pulls up. Out 2 months. Okay, so that's it from San Diego Park. And the Malibu Stakes was our final real life stakes race. And now I finish up week 52. Here's week 53 again. You can see you have the heat races and then the BC races. Now we may add a couple allowance races just to give some of the other horses another chance to get involved with the race. And we'll pick these fields in our next episode. So let's quickly get over and finish this up by hitting the males. There's no need to do the females because the Malibu was a male only race. There were no females entered. See if anybody happened to have gotten into the top 20. Let's see. Yeah, there is Pendo with his 100 points, got him into the top 20. Don't remember who was 20 when we were looking, but they didn't make it. And look at this oddity. T. Craft only has won $300,000, but has 150 victory points. So that's the final standings. We'll use that to decide on who's running in the two heat races, and then the finals of the BC for 3-year-olds to wrap up our 2025 road to the Triple Crown. Okay, this is Gary signing off from TRG Central. Have a wonderful evening. We'll see you in a few for the last week of races here at TRG Central for the 2025 Road to the Triple Crown. Good night.